Hey, welcome to Socialism for All. Today's date is June 19, 2021, and this is just a channel announcement, I guess, for people who follow this channel regularly. If this doesn't apply to you, you can probably skip this video. But I'm having a really busy summer, and I think I need to back off of doing S4A for a few months. I make about $150 a month right now, thanks to all the patrons. And it's just obviously, not enough to live on. I was never really setting out to do that in the first place, but it's definitely not enough to live on. So I do a lot of other things in my life. And recently on the channel, I've been doing this Understanding Richard Wolff series, which in a way, after starting this channel last February, I feel like almost is the first sort of major interesting project that I've done on the channel. And so it's been kind of good, and it's been a milestone for the channel in that here was the first sort of multi-video, multi-part concept thing that I came up with. And in fact, I have ideas to keep adding to that playlist. My personal experience with the worker co-op, I think the whole thing, this whole notion that worker co-ops, of which there are like 400 in the entire United States with under 5,000 worker owners in them, are going to be some backbone of the revolution. We would need to see major changes in the country that I just don't think are likely. Also, I mean, there's more people in labor unions, like by far. Why aren't we going with that? You could say, okay, well, the labor unions have been co-opted by the liberal establishment and, they donate to the Democratic Party and whatever. Well, why wouldn't that happen with co-ops too? I just think it's illogical like this. And I think it's a really destructive notion. You're going to get people trying to like start and join worker co-ops like I did and then like waste many years of your life kind of down the drain with like struggling businesses and just fuck that. Like really, forget the co-op thing. It's a bunch of nonsense. And the next time somebody's promoting that, ask them, have you been in a worker co-op? Are there even any in your area? Because with about 400 to 500 co-ops in the United States, that's like 10 per state. If you like even them out, it's like 8 to 10 per state. Come on. You'd have, I mean, I think even some of the smaller, like communist, socialist political parties, which is really what you need, by the way. We need a party. That's kind of issue one. We need a party. Um, there is CPUSA, there is PCUSA. There are many criticisms of both of those. There are also other parties. But the fact is, actually, the Understanding Marxism, I think it is, channel just happened to, I think it was a coincidence anyway, release a Richard Wolff video that starts off with the old Richard Wolff joke meme thing where he's like, the more the government does, the more socialister it is. And anyway, somebody modified it too, and it was one of the top rated comments. Co-op man says, socialism is when you have co-ops, and the more co-ops you have, the more socialist it is. And if you have a whole lot of co-ops, it's communism. I mean, honestly, that's not totally inaccurate. Like, it's a fair shot right back as like, where are you getting this notion from that like the amount of co-ops sort of like determines? It's just it's this thing Richard Wolff pulled out of his ass, and it's maybe something that aligns with his particular path in overly specialized academia. But I'm here to say it's nonsense. So I will probably continue with that thread. But the point is, between the finally I got to the comments on the Hakeem and Richard Wolff interview, and then I followed that up with a video. But it had been 10 days between that video and the previous one. And in fact, I kind of like rushed it out as far as my schedule goes. Because it had been 10 days, and I normally don't pause that long, or I hadn't been pausing that long since the beginning of the year in January when I started churning out a lot more content for the channel. In fact, just taking the few days that it took me to do those videos and get them online and sort of promote and, tend them, I got really set back in my other stuff to the point where I'm kind of like, now it's the weekend and I'm having to like catch up on a lot of other stuff. I just kind of can't keep up the volume on the channel. So, I mean, like I said, I even have some more things I'd like to add to the Richard Wolff and Cooperatives Are a Bad Idea, at least as a revolutionary strategy series. I have other ideas, some of which I mentioned. I want to do something on the whole Belt and Road versus Build Back Better World coalition that Biden is laughingly trying to spearhead. I had like a COVID update that I wanted to do. I can't, and then there are some good suggestions that have come in from viewers, and I always appreciate that. Don't ever hold back from making a suggestion. Just don't start badgering me about it. That's really irritating. Most people don't do that. Just, 1 in 100 will be like, why haven't you covered this? And it's like, well, just, I may not get to it. Maybe it's, time for you to start a channel if you feel that strongly about it. And I encourage that. But I can't even get to my own ideas, let alone some of the ideas, the good ideas that people are sending in. So anyway, I felt it was time to just make a video saying, I'm going to be kind of tied up for the next few months. It's looking like a real busy summer. So if you only see content, like maybe I'll dump some content, every 2 weeks, or it might even be 3 weeks. Don't be alarmed. That is kind of the plan. I'm just, as I make time for S4A, I am falling behind in other things that I need to do. And yeah, so anyway, like I said, keep the ideas coming in if you like, but you may see a little bit less from this summer. Nothing to be alarmed about. I am just having a busy one. So thanks as always for your support. Thanks to the current patrons whose names are on the screen. And you can find all of the information about how to support the channel or follow us on social media in the video description. Until next time, thanks for watching.